Welcome to everyone watching. This is India This Morning. I'm Siddharth Sriram and I'm here with city editor of DT Next and political commentator Mr. Koteswaran. Sir, thank you for talking with us today.
Thank you, Siddharth.
So basically today I think the topic we're going to discuss is the by-elections that are coming by. The EC had just announced that on February 27th, the by-elections for the Erode East is opened up. So I would just like to ask you a few questions surrounding that to just gather an understanding of what the political scenario is in Tamil Nadu right now. Um, so initially, just to start things off, I think one thing that's been making headlines for a while now is the rift in the ADMK. And even recently, there was the whole rift between who would get to use the two-leaf symbol to represent the ADMK. And so what do you think, is any side of the party going to get the recognition through the two leaves, or do you think they're gonna both have to contest independently?
I think even before the election commission announced the bipole election, the confusion was there. So, who is going to have the two leaf symbol? Who is going to have the party's recognition as well as the chair? So, having said that, this announcement by the election commission necessitating the bipole had added to the misery of the AIADMK factions. So, at least there are three visible factions of AIADMK. Most of them have filed multiple petitions before the various high courts, also the Election Commission of India. And now there's a necessity for all these factions to finish this issue, at least in the electoral form, so that which is the official AIADMK to be recognized by the public, the Election Commission, and above all the party cadres. So this is a very crucial question, I think, for which the answer is like expected shortly after the election. So the first part is there are every possibility for the election commission to freeze the symbol. Uh, we are saying this going by the past records, the previous records. Whenever there is a factional feud, the best and the simple option for the election commission is to freeze a symbol and allow the existing party members to go ahead with the polls and then later decide about who is controlling the kind of what share, who is controlling the kind of party district functionaries and all those things. So I think there are every possibility for the symbol to be frozen. The second thing, this is a very crucial election for the ADMK leaders O Pannirselvam and leader of the opposition Edappadi K Padisammy, because both of them have been vying for that top position in the opposition party. So when you see the ruling party alliance, it is very crystal clear. The Congress has been re-given the seat. Earlier it was allotted. So there is no confusion or there seems to be consensus on the seat allocation as well as the campaign and other things. But whereas in the opposition front, the house is divided. And in a divided houses, uh, we cannot gauge what way it is going to go. So whoever may be the winner or the loser, irrespective of that, this election is also going to give a crucial answer about who is enjoying the clout of the voters, who is enjoying the clout from the cadres, then what the election commission has to set. So this is a very crucial election in two aspects. One, it is going to determine the some sort of a fate of AIADMK on who is going to control the party. Second, how the alliance parties of AIADMK are going to behave. Like both of them have rushed to the BJP seeking the support. Both of them have reached out to Kamalayam seeking for the support. And PMK has distanced itself from this by poll saying that we are not going to support any faction. For us, it's going to be a wait and watch. GK Vasan again has been speaking to both of them. So first is the alliance partners. How are they going to treat the AIADMK? The second is how about the public and the common sentiments with these leaders?
Yeah, and another question actually circling back to what you had mentioned about it being a very important election for both factions involved, regardless of who wins. If they do end up saying contesting independently like OPS and EPS in a scenario, who do you think has the edge given the population demographics of Erode East, given that they come from different backgrounds such as Gaunters and Tevers? So in a scenario where let's say they are standing independently and are pitted against each other, which faction do you think has more momentum to win the seat?
So winning this bypoll by an opposition is like a rarest of rare event, because winning a bypoll totally wresting it out from the ruling party is practically not feasible. There have been
Mhm.
very few examples, like the case of RK Nagar, where TTV Dinagaran won, and the case of Dindikal bypoll, where former ADMK leader MG Ramachandran won. But these are, like, as I said earlier, rarest of rare cases. But in general cases, it is again who is getting the maximum number of vote share. So if that is to be counted, whether it is going to be the OPS faction getting more number of votes or EPS faction, in that calculation, I see EPS having an advantage for two simple reasons. One, EPS has been like controlling the regional satraps of the AIADMK from Western Belt, Kongu Belt for a
Mm.
quite number of years. Even before he became the chief minister or the interim general secretary, he used to have a strong rapport with his cabinet colleagues from the Congo region. And the communal demography and the terrain, all these things seems to be in favor of Edapadi Panisami. This is one factor. The second factor is EPS has proved himself again and again that he is a spendthrift. He doesn't mind spending off some money to get things corrected. The preliminary round for this can be narrated or taken from the party's internal election. When the party convened its general council, of the 5,000 lot members, majority of them were controlled by the ADMK leader Edapadi Pandisamy. So even among the cadres, Edapadi Pandisamy has proved himself to enjoy the majority of the followers. So as far as party is concerned, most of the district secretaries, MLAs, workers are with EPS. Now the question is, if taking by this faction and taking this forward, if the same calculation replicates, or if there is no other option or there is no any other change to it, it is likely EPS might emerge as a better vote share maker among both.
Also, I think there's been this fact, reported fact, that except for 1951, whichever party has claimed Erode East has gone on to win the general election till now. And so, with that in mind, and also the fact that it is also a personal statement for both EPS and OPS, the victory, whoever gains the victory, if they do in this bypoll. What do you think is the bigger message that the ADMK would be sending if they do secure themselves, uh, let's say, a guaranteed win in this bypoll?
See, as you said, winning a bypoll is a clear political statement for the public and to the other electorates, stating that we are here to stay and we are here to win. So that is the most crucial part about winning a by-election by an opposition party or a party which is not in power. For that, uh, there should be a very systematic approach, particularly as far as Tamil Nadu is notorious for bribing voters, cash for votes. So, will be the ADMK in a position to do that? First point. Second is, does the ADMK still has the clout which it used to have during the days of Jayalalitha and MGR? That is the second point. Third, they have to effectively create a campaign mechanism against the DMK, because the DMK is in power now. So these are three crucial aspects. The fourth factor about the rivalry between the OPS and EPS will come the distant fourth. To win an elections, it is not very essential that you always need uh, what do you say, the alliance, the blessings of another political party. It is not like that. It is based on true leadership. It is based upon uh, converting the public minds. How you convert, what you offer, whether it's real or fake or it's just a promise, that is different. But as you said, this particular elections, if won by ADMK, will be a big statement. It will be a big political statement. But for that, the possibility seems to be remote, because there are too many loopholes, there are too many gray areas, there are too many sulking factions in the ADMK. A divided opposition always benefits the ruling party.
Also, coming back to that fact about the whichever party has secured Erode East going on to win the general elections, if let's say if the elections were to take place soon, given the state of politics that exists in the ADMK as of now, and given that they do secure the seat, do you think there is a possibility for the ADMK to come back into power?
Yeah, there are possibilities because, like in Tamil Nadu, it has been a bipolar politics. Uh, the ADMK has a habit of extending the regime beyond 5 years, like 10 years. It happened during the days of MGR, and again it happened during the days of Jayalalitha.
Jayalalitha.
But whereas in case of DMK, after 5 years, there always been a regime change. And having said that, the ADMK is still the largest opposition party in Tamil Nadu. With 66 MLAs, the vote share difference between the DMK and the ADMK in the previous election was just a 3%. So a 3% meager vote share difference in a less polled state makes the ruling party always vulnerable. And these are elections which are fought very tight because always the vote share difference between the DMK and ADMK has always been not a very drastic change. So within a matter of some factions here and there, the parties have always changed. We have not seen a format where like DMK ruling for 20 years or ADMK ruling for 20 years or 30 years. What do we see? We have seen in Gujarat in case of uh, what is right now what is happening in West Bengal. West Bengal, we have seen the left ruling for years, and again in Gujarat, we are seeing the BJP ruling for more than 20 years. So that case has not happened in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is like has given the maximum tenure of always less than 13 years, 10 years, something like that. And 5 years is something which is very common. For every 5 years, there's a regime change in the state. And when you see the common connects between the DMK and ADMK, you see a lot of same things like corruption is common, like Gundaism is common, giving seats to notorious people, MLAs with criminal background is common, cash for vote is common, state ministers into private business is common. So there are so many common things. And one common thing is always also a regime change. So I see there are possibilities for the ADMK to bounce back.
Well, thank you for your time. So it was a fascinating interview, obviously. And that's it for today. That was me, Siddharth Sriram, with Koti Swaran from DT Next, and we'll catch you next time.
Thank you.